Okay, guys. Yes, salute to my fans. Salute, guys. Yes. So today we have another live. So let's start with a quick information about the job. So yes. So first I want to say, guys, I appreciate you guys be here watching this live. So I appreciate that. Thank you. But first, let's talk about the job. Yes, the job. Job is a spirit. It's the spirit is here to protect you. Understand? The spirit is here to work with you, but depends on how you react with the spirit. Understand? Because if I have the spirit at the base, the spirit is good. I can say the spirit is neutral. It's not good or evil. The spirit is not gonna do anything bad to no one. But if you take if you take that spirit, that force, understand, and you do bad with it, the spirit gonna be bad. But if you do good with it, the spirit gonna be good. Understand? In Haiti, we have two different kind of spirit. The ones that that they they are for for war. They've been initiated in doing bad stuff, stuff that are ag- aggressive. I don't know if I said it right, but stuff that you have to fight the enemy. So we use this spirit. The jabs are that type of spirit. You want to do something good. You want to do something fast. The jab will do it fast for you. But if you want to do something, you want to do it good. You want to do it. You take time. In Haiti, we always say that the Guinée en marché, on pas de pas. Ça qui presse, yo met prend devant. J'aime la m'a regarder yo. When it means that the Guinea, the law are the spirit that we call Guinea. The law. They can do good to protect. You know, protection is always good. If they're doing something to protect someone, it's good. It's good because they have their people that they have to protect, like you. When you were born with your family, you have some spirits protecting you, and that's good. If me, a person, I come and I try to do something bad to you, the spirit that protecting your family, they're gonna react. They're gonna react, and they're gonna choose what to do with me, and that's totally good because they have to protect you. If you haven't done anything wrong, they have the right to protect you. Understand? They have the right to protect you because you are innocent. But if you have done bad stuff at a certain level, they're gonna let you go because they cannot protect you anymore. You are too you are too you are into bad things. You are not. They cannot save you anymore. But if you've done some bad stuff, but like you fighting people doesn't mean you're bad. You can fight other people because you want to protect yourself. People talking bad about you, and then you react. That's not being a bad person. You understand? A bad person is that manipulating people into doing something bad that that is bad. That's a bad person. That's a bad person. But if that person come to you and trying to fight with you, and then you react and you beat that person, and that's not being a bad person. You have the right to protect yourself. You have the right to protect yourself in this world. But the Guinean is different. The Guinean will take its time, but the Guinean will always do it right. You will always end up having what you wanted with the Guinean. But it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time. You have to be patient with Guinea. With the law, you have to be patient. With the jab is something else. The jab is gonna take it for you. It's gonna, the jab. You have to you have to give something bad to the jab for it to give you something, and then after that, when you get what you wanted, eh, you you do a you do a you do a donation. You do a donation the jab or the law or the Balkar who is, you have to donate, you have to do something from goodwill, you have to do something in return for them. You have to, for the job, you have to pay for the service. The service is always a little more than, it's always more than the laws. The law won't take more, they won't take a lot from you, but you have, if they do some, if you have some, you're supposed to be rich, but there's people in your family that's blocking you, because most of the time it's the family who's blocking you, from, because they are jealous of you, and because they don't want you to succeed, they don't want you, because they only see that if they cannot do it, you cannot do it. Understand? That's how it is, and there's a lot of family members who are doing bad stuff because they are jealous of you. Understand? So the Guinean will take its time to work it out, with the family. Maybe they're gonna send that family member into another place, like another country, so that family member can have something else to do. Because most of the time it's because they don't have nothing to do. That's why they are behaving like that. So, but the job is gonna be, it's more radical than the law. The job is more radical. Doesn't play. If you don't want, like, to let that, they got the job gonna say, like, if you don't want to let that person go, then I'm gonna end you. I'm gonna end you. Or something bad will happen to you. But the law is always slow, but the result is there. With the job, you might have a result, yeah, that's temporary, but it's fast. It's faster than the Guinea. But after that is the same process. The job, you have to pay. You're not paying the person, but you're paying the spirit who's doing the work for you. Understand? The spirit is choosing how much money that you hold. Like, not like you hold, but how much money that they require for to do the service for you. Because there's service, that there's work that they need to be done. They need a lot of, they need other spirits to come. They need other people to come and to for the work to be done. That way it's gonna cost you a little more, but uh, the result will always be there. And then after that, you're gonna say, the spirit will tell you that you're gonna, you pay this part of the job, and after when the job is done, and you see that you have succeed, you have gained what you want. So now you come and you pay the rest. You pay the rest, and then when you pay the rest, you're free to go. And if you want to do a donation, that's on you. You do a small donation from goodwill. But with the Guinea, it's the same thing. But the Guinea will tell you, buy this, buy that, buy, and come to me and do this and do that. And then after that, the law will tell you, no, the law will not tell you anything. You just go, and then you don't hold the law, but from goodwill, you have to do some in return. That's how life is. I do some for you, you do some for me. That's it. I don't have to ask you to do some for me. But if you are a good person, will automatically know that you have to do some good in return. So that's the difference between the job and the law. But the job, it depends. It depends on how you act with the spirit. If you are a good person, if you know the spirit gonna be a good spirit. If you are a bad person, the spirit might be it will be a bad, it will be, we done some bad stuff, and that's it. And other people would think that it's the spirit, but most of the time it's not the spirit, it's the person that you know eh, that's working with the spirit. So that's, but I I talk with a lot of spirit laws, you know, with the jabs. And that's the truth. That's the truth. I see that. I see the difference. I see, you know, it's experience. It's experience that give you knowledge, man. It's experience that's gonna open your eyes And you know, when I the last slide I was talking about the how you can be zombified. You know, zombified is it's really easy. Most of people that are in the church, they were zombified. Most of people that working, you know, a day every day or everyday job, they are zombified, you know, because they can't. And that's a programmation. I don't know if I said right because, but we'll have more time, you know, for next live to do that, to talk about that. So yeah, so let's start, man. Let's start. We're starting now, man. Let's go. Yeah. Before get jab, like before, man, the most powerful man get jab, man, has strength, power, has knowledge, has spirit, guardian, angel. And if you are my enemy, you will say that I have a lot of demons protecting me, because the enemy is always saying that you have a jab, and the jab means you are strong. They can't pass you. You are too strong. So neck before me, the most powerful man in the world, can jab, has power, has strength, knowledge. That's why they are afraid of you, because you are too powerful. But I don't only got jab, I have sense working with me. I have laws working with me. Laws are spirit. If you are Asian, you already know what it is. But if you're not Asian, with time, with me, you will understand what laws mean. And since we are operating in the Guinean system, we are obligated to do good to others, to our friends, to our families. We can't never do bad, because we are Guinean. Guinean means in Creole, it's Guinea, but it means light. Guinea means that you are born with the light. Voodoo means the one who's in peace become a light. So the voodoo is the way to the Guinea, because the Guinea is our
And we only supposed to follow the lead of 5 civilized tribes that's not making the moves in our best interest. I can't tell another chief what to do, but I can show them what I'm doing with the receipts. I'm speaking out here in the public domain because this shit is time stamped and dated. And anything I say is sufficient for public notice. Notice to Asian is notice to principle. Action, reaction. We move, they move. They move, we move. But this right here, coup de grace, checkmate. right? This is the free throws that at the end of the game, ain't no more time left on the clock.
That's good.
Right? All right, now we dealing with Indigenous Rights Act. There's an article that tell us to use our oral tradition. Let's go to that.
All right. Right here.
Let me see. That's self-determination. We can start with that.
Okay.
Let's blow that up. Go to the top so you can see. This is Section 1, Indigenous People Scope of Application. Right? The Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People applies to the Indigenous people of the Americas. Who do it apply to, Elder?
The Indigenous
The ones
people
over here?
Yeah.
Right. Self-identification as Indigenous people will be a fundamental criteria for determining to whom this declaration applies. States shall respect the right to such self-identification as Indigenous, whether individually or collectively, in keeping with the practice of institutions of each Indigenous group. So this is telling you, if we following our customs and traditions, that's self-identification that show you who we is.
That's right.
Right? What they call hip-hop culture is still our culture.
Go ahead.
We had Tupac Amaru in hip-hop. We had Rakim Allah in hip-hop. X-Clan. All of this is influences going all the way back to Kool Herc. Melly Mel, the legends. Right?
Yeah.
So our culture is not interrupted. It's still ongoing, but you have somebody that's still in everything we do.
Go ahead.
I'm here to stop them. This is not a game. This is not a joke. When Sipico put the Pope on public notice, go to the next page, Elder.
All right.
What you passed it? You're going the wrong way now.
Hold on. Which one?
Back one more.
Right there.
No, the one before that. That one.
Is it this way?
Right there. Blow that up. Yep. That's the one. In the culture, okay, this is Article 14, Systems of Knowledge, Language and Communication. Now, pay attention to number 1 because this is important. Indigenous peoples have the right to preserve, use, develop, revitalize. I mean, if it's something that we used to use, we can use it again, which is grandfather clause, and we're going to go over that in a minute. And transmit to future generations their own histories, languages, and oral traditions. Oral traditions is how we pass out information in the public domain. They pass it out in secret in libraries. We send elders out to teach it in the open.
Word of mouth.
Right? This is just part of my public service to the community. That's why I don't charge for nothing I do. It's helping getting the word throughout the community that we back for every motherfucking thing these people owe.
That's right. Let's go.
I gave them the instructions in the video. If you follow, I want you to post this video, Elder, $1 trillion buyback.
Oh, yeah.
It's $1 trillion recovery.
Yeah. Send that link to me.
Okay, so now that's when I was telling them how to recover everything by buying, controlling interest in everything moving. We have access to Big Mama's vault now. Once we buy control and interest in everything, then we take over as a hostile takeover. We seize everything because we got the first position to right already. And now we dealing with the rights of the people collectively, the other tribes that they don't recognize in their law. That's why they named us Black, Negroes, and colored folks. I got them receipts too. They'll be posted on my Instagram and Facebook. All these receipts will be posted. Right? So if we supposed to go back to our oral traditions, I'm agreed. How do you know I'm agreed? Because I can recite history across varying different tribes and tell you what happened.
Go ahead.
How did we get here? Where did we come from? Who mixed with who where? That slave story is a goddamn lie.
That's right.
I can tell you this because I had to investigate it before I ever became an elder. I'm studying the problems that I found in state of emergency by Kwanzaa Kunjufu, who declared a state of emergency for us to deal with as elders when it comes our turn, young elder.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So why phase one so passionate about Baba? He supposed to be.
Yeah. It's like his little grandson.
He supposed to be. That right. He supposed to be. So he got his ways. We a certain way about how we move. Right? We don't move the same because if everybody moved the same, we would cause a calamity and be all in everybody's way.
Right.
This, what I'm doing on the internet, is following the path of least resistance to reach the most amount of people to tell them that this shit is truly over. Let's find something else to talk about. Turn to another slide.
Okay.
Okay, this right here is SCOTUS ruled in the landmark case, United States versus Throckmorton. The fraud vitiates everything. We already showed them the fraud when they went behind our back and wrote that contract in the blood of Crispus Attucks to put us in the Conjure War.
Go ahead.
We didn't know that. That's a fraud. It was what you call in law an very vital piece of exculpatory evidence that we could have used to get out of it because we could have forgave the blood if we knew what we was doing back then. That's why they kept it a secret. Only because I'm a witch doctor off this land over here, Mississippi Red Clay Dirt Walking, Hyoka High Chief. This is how I know that all of these frauds was taking place on the land, right? It's by categorically asserting that fraud vitiates everything. The SCOTUS affirms that perpetrating fraud undermines the entire endeavor, the whole contract, the complete judgment, the final result still have been nullified since fraud vitiates everything, right? All of these contracts is predicated up on a constructed fraud by trying to convince the people they government. They not our government. They are private enterprise operating in the capacity of government as a legal fiction to defraud the people out of what they call tax dollars. So in our oral tradition, by me putting this shit in the public domain, that make it time-stamped and dated. That's fucking evidence. It's archivable evidence. This is why I'm on the internet.
This shit might go over their head, bro. Go ahead.
They're going to have to come up to the level then. If they ain't on this level, they ain't understanding what I'm saying. Right? Let's go to the next one. Ex post facto law. This is leading up to the grandfather clause. The ex post facto law is from the Latin for the action or after the fact, also called retroactive law. Is a law of retroactivity challenges the legal consequences or status of actions that were committed or relationships that existed before the enactment of the law, right? Conversely, a form of ex post facto law, commonly called amnesty law, may be decriminalize certain acts or alleviate possible punishment. For example, by replacing the death sentence with life sentence retroactively. Such laws are also known by the Latin term in medias, right? So the law that came after the fact is everything that came after the agreement of the Continental Congress in a Iroquois Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Predates the entirety of all what we call North American law, modern day jurisprudence. The bar associations. The bar associations is barristers. They don't got nothing to do with us. They got titles of nobility from England. They was christened in under King George.
Go ahead.
Right? So They the ones was chartered to do business and to hold us in psychological slavery and servitude. This is what the John D conquest was about. John D was the ones who told Elizabeth I to write the blood of one of the chiefs in the contract called the Constitution that they lured our so-called 5 civilized tribes in without them knowing. That's fraud.
Yeah, go ahead.
Their whole shit is fraud. Go to the next one.
Somebody in the crowd in the chat say, "Roy, get these niggas, man. Get these niggas, man."
Okay, we can skip this one because that's dealing with what we just went over. But that's just another ex post facto description about making up a law after the fact. This is what happens when the ex post facto law runs into a law that was there first. It's called a grandfather clause, right? Scroll up a little bit, Elder, so you can see a grandfather clause, also called a legacy clause, is an exemption that allows persons or entities to continue with activities or operations that were approved before the implementation of new rules, regulations, or laws. Such allowance can be permanent, temporary, or instituted with limits. They always had a time limit to how long they could stay here. They've already acknowledged on the Senate floor and by presidential actions that they acknowledged the conclusions to the contracts. Their time is up. It's over with. Right? Let's go to the next slide. So by the grandfather clause, this is how you get, okay, we gotta go to the first one of them. That looks like that might be the last one.
Yeah, right here.
Okay, non-treaty tribes. The relation between non-treaty Native Americans and the United States is complex and has been shaped by a number of Supreme Court rulings. So let me tell y'all where I got this from. I was having a conversation with AI and I asked AI about the non-treaty tribes, and this is the answer that AI gave. In the early days of the Republic, the Supreme Court held that Native Americans were domestic dependent nations. That means a protectorate, for those who don't know. A domestic dependent mean that they got to take care of you like a parent take care of a child or like a farmer take care of his animals.
Yeah, pet.
That was subject to the ultimate authority of the United States government. How? How, Sway? They don't got nothing to do with us. This doctrine was used to justify the government expropriation of Native American land and resources. In the late 19th century, the Supreme Court began to recognize that Native Americans had certain inherent rights, such as the right to self-government. However, these rights were often limited by government powers to regulate Native American affairs. See, we ain't talking about allowing the enemy to tell us what to do. We know how to do it ourselves.
To a page, and we encourage you guys to donate, do a $10 donation. This was a NEGPIFOR production. We appreciate that you guys watching, commenting, liking, subscribing to our page. And we encourage you guys to donate, do a $10 donation from whatever country you are. Just donate a $10. It doesn't have to be in the US currency. You can do it in any currency. Just donate a $10 and take a picture and send it on my page, on my Facebook page, Force Jab Avenue. And then I will do a prayer for you to have what you are lacking in life. Whatever it is, can be a wife if you are a man, or a man, a good man if you are a woman, or a car, or money, a lot of money, a job, children. If you desire to have children but you can't, I will pray for you. But I do not know how the blessing will be sent to you. Like I said, it can be anything: a child, a wife, a good health, whatever you desire, whatever you are lacking, whatever is blocking you to have a good life. So what I require from you is to do a donation, a $10 donation. You do a $10 donation, you take a picture and you send it to me. I will buy candle with the money, and then I will do a prayer. A prayer will be done. You don't have to give me your true name or your name. I don't need that. All I need is that you sent the $10. Even with the name on the donation, I can do it on it. And it can take a month, or it can take a lot of time for the blessing to come to you. But the blessing will come to you. So do a $10 donation today, and then I do a prayer. You don't have to know when I did the prayer. Nobody has to know that I did the prayer for you. I will do the prayer for you because that is my work. I'm here to help people to have a better life, to have a better understanding what life is. But all I require is a small donation, a $10 donation in any currency. Doesn't matter. Just do the donation. And then I will send the blessing on your path. Blessing can be anything: health, money, a car, a wife, a child, a man, whatever you need, whatever is blocking you to have a good life. So this is next before. And I say thank you guys for watching, for encouraging me to be a better person, to be here for you guys, to protect you guys, to help you guys. I have a lot of